We just got some MW3 Zombies Season 3 leaks that are pretty shocking. We'll break them all down in today's video. Be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and chat to you for a GM if you need cheat code points, rare unlock codes, zombie schematics, and much more. There's a bunch of stuff over there. Use code MAT for an extra 5% off. Links are down below. But first off here, really quickly, we have a couple new zombie patch notes that just dropped today. UI UX changes here address an issue where players could encounter an error message when viewing their containment levels from their player card. And of course, stability issues every update added various crash and stability fixes, and as I've said, zombie crashes have been a lot better in the past couple of weeks and months, but let me know down below if you're still experiencing issues like that. But for the Season 3 Zombies content, first off, this is not too surprising, maybe for some people, but for most people who know what's going on nowadays, not surprising. So for Season 3 here, we are not expecting any actual Zombies content until Season 3 Reloaded, exactly what we saw for Season 2, which is honestly so unfortunate. I mean, it's not a big deal if we were getting major content updates for zombies, but even the reloaded updates really aren't that big. We get a new Dark Aether Rift location, which is cool, a new Warlord, which is okay as well, some schematics, all solid pieces of content, but it's really nothing special, and it's a small part of what we really should be getting from MW3 Zombies. You know, entire new maps to play on, like Fortune's Keep, like Vondel, Ashika Island, entire new bosses, wonder weapons, all this content we should be getting and is in the files of the game that we're just not receiving. So really sucks to see another delay here for Zombies content. Maybe we'll get some surprise stuff for the launch of Season 3, but most likely nothing here. But for Season 3 Reloaded, we still, again, are getting some cool stuff here, some shocking stuff as well. So first off, as previously leaked, there will be some schematics for Warlord items in Season 3 Reloaded. So for the Chemist, you're getting a more powerful gas mask schematic, which is pretty interesting. For the Rainmaker, a vest, some sort of protection vest, I believe, due to weapon of choice being artillery strikes, and the Maestro Warlord, MOD, unknown what this might be. So that's kind of cool, actually. So going for Warlords and getting specific schematics that kind of resemble what the Warlord has on his suit or, you know, person already, and you could use that in the game. And again, if you're only getting that schematic from defeating that specific Warlord, I kind of like that idea. So I don't know, for the Chemist there, that's super cool. Let me know down below your opinions on that. Of course, we did talk about in previous videos, not just defeating the Chemist as a Warlord in Zombies, but actually acquiring his exact skin in the game as well, which I think is such a fire skin. We got a similar Chemist skin back in DMZ last year, but not the exact yellow Chemist skin that you're seeing up on screen. I would love to be able to use that, equip that in Call of Duty, in all games in general. So we'll see if we can actually unlock that skin when the update comes out. For the other Warlord here, Rainmaker, don't know the exact location, but somewhere around the Lake House, East Dock, Hella Dock, Shahin Manor, I guess, and the name Rainmaker will rain artillery on you. So of course, we're probably not getting two Warlords for the same update. So the Chemist will be for Season 3, the Rainmaker for Season 4, or vice versa. We'll get more specific info on that very soon, but still cool stuff there. Now, for more specific info on the Season 3 Reloaded Dark Aether Rift location, it'll most likely be Zarqwa Hydroelectric, of course, from Al Mazrah, which again is not a big deal at this point because the Al Mazrah locations and zombies still look pretty cool. The skybox is sick, and I don't mind it being from Al Mazrah. I don't really feel like I'm in Al Mazrah when I'm in those locations, but as I said, it would be much more cool if we had different unique locations, but at this point, I'm completely done with talking about it because there's no way we're getting a unique location for a Dark Aether Rift at this point. Maybe for Black Ops 2024, if they have a semi-MW Zombies type of mode in that game alongside Round Base, that'd be cool, but for this game here, MW3, no way it's gonna happen. But still, the Al Mazrah location, not a big deal. For more stuff here on the Rift itself, we have a new Season 3 Zombies quest, of course, in the Rift, so we're gonna follow Jansen here, locate Jansen, investigate a relic, shatter crystals, escape the Rift, assist Jansen, defeat the champion, Jansen float, investigate orbs, cleanse relics, Jansen float again, locate Jansen, defeat champion. They're just going through this again. So that's what's happening there. Very vague information, but a very similar, you know, kind of sequence that we see in most of the Dark Aether Rifts in this game thus far. And of course, there's also Season 3 Rift items as well. You're going to get a toy giraffe that'll be rewarded upon completing the story mission. You'll have to find the other items like a laptop, a crayon, and a journal. So again, very similar sequence and, you know, type of format that we're seeing for all the MW3 Zombie Dark Aether Rifts here. And it's not just for Season 3 as well. Apparently there's leaks about all the future, the rest of the zombie rifts here for this game will all have a similar format, a different Al Mazrah location, a different, you know, rift sequence, quest, all that good stuff, which, you know, may get repetitive at some point, but at this point, at least it's some content. It is what it is. Now, this here is actually pretty interesting. Modern Warfare Zombies holdout contract will spawn a temporary portal, very likely to be the Dark Aether. You have to survive the countdown. So finally, something that's a bit interesting in my opinion, we of course saw the holdout contract back from Outbreak. It was a pretty fun and a dangerous contract, especially on those higher rounds. And if you guys don't remember, you would go spawn into a different location, usually outside of the Outbreak map, and then you have to survive the countdown in a tight, closed area, and it could get pretty intense there. Now, for zombies right now, we do have a similar contract like that, but you could actually leave the room, so it's not the same exact type of vibe. It's a bit easier because you could just escape whenever you want. This holdout contract, theoretically, you would have to be trapped in a certain area, probably, again, as they say, teleporting to an area in the Dark Aether, survive for 2 minutes, let's say, and then you escape, and you probably should get some pretty decent rewards for surviving those contracts as well, especially if it's a holdout in a Tier 3 zone. That sounds pretty cool. We'll see what they end up doing with that, and I would love to see in general more just different contract types added to the game, not just for the Dark Aether locations, but for the base map, just to switch up all the contracts. I feel like it would keep things a lot more interesting, increase the replayability value as well, because right now on MW3, we're just doing the same contracts over and over and over again, so having a whole refresh of all new contracts, maybe some are the same, but a lot of the others are replaced and different. That would be so fire, but again, will that actually happen? We'll see very soon, but at least a new contract here does sound pretty cool. And finally for this here, everything related to Rebirth Island in the strings, it lists DMZ and BR modes, so maybe at one time it was coming to DMZ if it carried on or was planned for DMZ Outbreak, which of course is MW3 zombies right now, but who knows, as no other maps are planned for zombies. DMZ could also just be a reference for Plunder as well, so this code keeps on popping up in every single update. Rebirth Island DMZ. So of course we know it's pretty much guaranteed releasing for Battle Royale this Season 3 launch, probably for the launch, maybe for Reloaded, but most likely for Warzone. It'll be the start of Season 3, which is still cool, but for zombies as well, Rebirth Island is literally Mob of the Dead. Rebirth Island was first introduced in Call of Duty for Mob of the Dead zombies, so it would make perfect sense to bring that to MW3 zombies, although, of course, we know what's happening right now. There's just a lack of zombies content, so I could easily see them having a great map, a perfect opportunity like Rebirth Island being in the game, but not in zombies. But regardless, the code is all pointing towards that there is some type of connection between this third mode and Rebirth, so maybe originally DMZ was supposed to carry forward into Warzone, and there was supposed to be Rebirth Island DMZ. That also would have been so sick as well. Of course, DMZ got scrapped and kind of turned into zombies, but who knows what's happening here? Maybe there still is going to be a Rebirth Island zombies map. They didn't do it for Fortune's Keep, for Vondel, for Ashika Island, because they didn't see the importance of it, but now they finally decided and realized that way Rebirth Island for zombies makes complete sense, and we'll just save all of our resources and put all of our effort into bringing this one extra Warzone map to zombies that we know people will probably like to see. So if they actually pull through and bring this map to zombies, even if it's the same contracts, the same type of vibe, but on a different map, that would be so fire. So good for replayability for the mode, because playing on Urzikstan is getting a bit old. The same type of backdrop, the same scenery, the same stuff you're doing over and over and over again. It's getting a bit repetitive, so at least having a different landscape, especially a landscape and a map like Rebirth Island to play zombies on, would be so insanely cool. So hopefully they pull through. The code is suggesting that there is a strong connection between this map and zombies, but it could just be leftover code, and it could also just be scrapped as well. So I'll be sure to update you guys on that. We'll see very soon. But overall, it's here for this video. A lot of other leaks to go through for future zombies updates, some crazy stuff. Of course, we talked about PvP as well. All of that probably won't be for Season 3, so that's why I'm not including it in this video, but there's a lot of stuff for Season 5 and 6 that I do want to go through in future videos, so stay tuned, subscribe for that content. Shout out to the channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.